doing? Yeah. How's everybody doing? Man, y'all doing good? Shedeur saying, what? Y'all not gonna believe this shit. Y'all not gonna believe this shit. This game is blocked. Are y'all getting, who lives near me? The game is blocked. It's not on. This game is blocked in your area. We're gonna have to watch the fucking Falcons. Jesus Christ. Why would they black out a preseason game? Fucking retarded. Fucking retarded. This is why the NFL is dog shit right here. Damn, I didn't even bet on the Falcons game, did I? I'm gonna have to bet on it now. Actually, I think I did bet on the Falcons game. Are the Falcons playing the Lions? I did bet on that game. Alright, well, fuck. I guess we don't get to laugh at Shedeur in real time, which is disappointing, to say the least. Disappointing. We'll keep up with it, though. How's everybody doing? Ready for college football? Yeah, me too. This is a waste of time here, this NFL preseason. I'm not going to lie. I'll be the first to admit that. Giant waste of fucking time here. This is like a practice stream. This is a practice live stream here. But remember, just because this is an NFL preseason game and it's a practice live stream, there's still no trolling me in the comments at all. Or I'm going to be really mad. There's not many rules around here, but there's absolutely no trolling me at all. Yeah, you failed to test on that testing deal. Failed to test on the testing deal. I can't believe they're blacking out the Cleveland Browns game, man. That's so dumb. That would have been the most watched NFL preseason game in history. But instead, they're fucking retarded. Instead, they're fucking retarded. I can't believe they did that. I really can't believe they did that. Oh well. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I'm not buying no NFL package to watch preseason. I don't give a fuck about the NFL. I just wanted to stream and hang out with y'all, and I figured we'd do it while we watch Shedeur Sanders, but fuck it, we'll have to watch. Is Emily Jones playing quarterback for the Falcons today? Holy shit. We might as well go ahead and turn the Florida helmet upside down right now. Is Emily Jones really playing quarterback for the Falcons today? Wow. What a disaster. What am I betting? I got all kinds of dumb bets today, man. I got, where is it? Here you go. I've got the Orioles on the money line, Chicago Cubs -1, Detroit Lions -3.5 against the lowly Falcons, who I think are playing Emily Jones at quarterback, so that should be an easy win here. The Browns and the Panthers over 33 points, and the Brewers on the money line. Those are the bets today. Those are the bets today. That's disappointing about the Browns game. I'm tempted to go on like a 15-minute rant right now against the NFL and the NFL Network for blacking out a fucking preseason game for no goddamn reason. You know, this is why Cleveland is just a fucking joke in every way imaginable. I don't know of anywhere. There's probably nowhere worse than Cleveland. Except maybe Columbus. In Ohio, I mean. I don't think there can't be anywhere worse in Ohio than Cleveland, except maybe Columbus. Holy shit. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is down bad, too, for building a building in Cleveland for no fuck. Why in the fuck did they build the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland? Was the goal to get nobody to go there? I'm born and raised in Cleveland. Well, you don't still live there, do you? See, you wised up, didn't you? You know the Constitution guarantees you freedom of movement in this country. You know that. You don't have to stay there. That's so stupid to black out a preseason game. That's fucking aggravating. I'm going to have to drink like 5 cups of coffee now. The Falcons are dog shit. We got to watch them now. They might be the only team worse than Cleveland. So dumb to black out a preseason. If you just tuned in, the Cleveland Browns game is blacked out, which is fucking retarded. Look at this shit. There's 19 people in the stands at this Falcons-Lions game. You can literally count the people in the stands. Holy shit. Opening kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback. The great Falcones will have the ball first. How's everybody doing? Everybody have a good Friday. Get your weekend off to a good start. Let's see. We got some super chats here. Let me read through these super chats and then we'll take roll. Nick Koenig says, been a while, Lou. Good to see you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. How you been? I'm ready for the start of the college football season. Some real football. Some college football. But other than that, I'm doing well. Is Oregon man still punching the air? Well, I tell you, the Oregon man versus Florida man is probably the best rivalry in sports that doesn't involve any games. These two teams don't even play. And these two guys just keep going at it every damn week on the call-in show. It's entertaining as shit. Jay Shipes, thank you for the super chat. Congrats, Lou, on the Shake Weight sponsorship. Shake Weights. It's not Shake Weights. It's what's the old school thing where you used to have to count the calories and all that? What's it called? From the 90s. Yeah. Nick Koenig says, stop mistreating Uncle Lou. That's the best idea I've heard. Game is on NFL Network. Not here, it's not. It's blacked out. It's blacked out because of the Falcons game, I guess. It's blacked out here. I can't watch it. When I turn to NFL Network, it's just an error. It's just a message on the screen that says this game is blacked out in your market. Slim Fast? Yes, a Slim Fast sponsorship. Yeah. Weight Watchers, that's it. Yeah, I got a Weight Watchers sponsorship for this year. So, I got to trim some of this down. I feel like it is trimmed down some. I got to trim some more of this down, though. See? Got to trim some more of that down. Ozempic, I'm not fat enough for Ozempic. Yeah, I'm not fat enough for Ozempic, so I have to do it the old-fashioned way. Exercise and eat less. Yeah. Looks like the Falcons actually completed a pass there on first down. Now they've completed another one. Moving down the field here into Lions territory to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10, Falcons opening drive of the game there. Cleveland is actually a nice city. No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. There's nothing good about Cleveland right now because the game is blacked out, and that's pissing me off. So there's absolutely nothing good about Cleveland right now. Shedeur is playing now. Yeah, he got the start. That's why we were streaming today, but they blacked the game out. I can't watch it, so I'm having to watch the Falcons game. 2nd and 2 for the Falcons now. And no, play action pass. Looks like he wanted to go deep. Nowhere to go with the ball. He's going to get tackled from behind. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. 3rd down coming up now for Atlanta. Lou Slobs, Olympics at Montgomery, Alabama in the future. I don't know. Have no idea. We don't pick a place for the Slav Olympics until April of every year for the following year, you know. So it's in Nashville next year. It's in Nashville next year. Third and 4, the Falcons lose yards on the ground. It's going to be 4th down. I don't know what they're going to do here. It would be a really long field goal. Let's see what they do. They lost about a yard, so it's 4th and 5 from around the 38, 39 yard line. 4th and 3, they call it. First drive of the game here for the Falcons. And they are going to go for it here on 4th and 3 on the Lions' 39-yard line. They need to get across the 35 for the first down, or inside the 35. Shotgunning 4 wide. Snap, back to throw. Over the middle. Goes deep now down the left-hand side. Overthrew his receiver. Incomplete. Turnover on downs for the Falcons. Lions will get the ball now. Have a good one, Uncle Lou. Irish are the best, says Brendan Cordial. Been a long time since that was true, hasn't it, bud? Almost 40 years. 1988 was a long time ago. They were the best that year, though. Well, these bots just won't give up with the streaming shit, will they? They just won't take no for an answer. Commercial break in the Falcons game. All right. Let's see what we got on these super chats here. Am I all caught up reading these super chats? I think so. Yes, it would appear so. It would appear that we is. Commercial on the Falcons game. Ohio is such a joke. Like the entire state? Yeah. Hard to argue with that. Hard to argue with that, bud. To be honest, it's hard to argue with that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right, PacFan10, Nick Koenig, Jay Shipes. Appreciate y'all hitting the super chats. $10 in super chats means it's time for 10 push-ups. Come on, Lou. Knock them out. Let's go. Get Lou in shape. Let's do it. Bang. See how easy it is? See how easy it is? Real easy. Real easy. All right, 10 push-ups down. Ooh, I'm out of breath now. Octavian, what's up, buddy? Great call last night, my man, on the call-in show. You held your ground. I thought you held your ground well, buddy. You held your ground well. Still a commercial on the game. 1 for 2 for 4 yards for Shedeur. Ten push-ups is hard when you're 8 months pregnant. Well, I'll take your word for it. Hey, Lou, good to see you after a way too long off season. Thank you, DK. Good to see you in here. Yeah. Off season over now. Officially in the preseason. Lions complete a pass out in the flat on first down for no gain. Second down coming up now for the Lions. Prime Jr. has 5 yards rushing. 0 yards passing. Somebody said he had 4. I don't know. I'll check the stats on Shedeur Sanders every once in a while. Lou, you be doing your boiled peanuts this year. I do boiled peanuts week 1 every year on Thursday. Week 1, just 5 straight days of games. You get games on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I always boil peanuts Thursday and eat boiled peanuts that whole week 1. What am I eating week 0? I don't know. I usually don't decide until like Tuesday or Wednesday of whatever week leading up to the weekend. So I'm not sure yet. Lions fumbled the ball. Falcons got it. First turnover of the game. Falcons are going to have the ball back here. Looks like around midfield. Oh, I love baked potatoes. Yeah, love baked potatoes. The lady makes real good baked potatoes, too. Coats them in olive oil, salt, pepper, the whole deal. They're really good. Now, I don't do like a loaded baked potatoes where you put like cheese and sour cream and all that on there. I eat my baked potato with just butter. That's it. Rue Golden, what's up, buddy? Good to see you in here. I've been smoking winds. LOL, go Buckeye. Yeah, that was a good line he had. That was a good line. Octavian asked that Oregon fan, what have you been smoking, sir? He says, smoking? I've been smoking winds. 13 of them. That was a funny call. Butter and salt. Yeah, I do salt and pepper. Salt, pepper, butter on my baked potato. I don't do the loaded baked potatoes with bacon and cheese and sour cream and all that. I don't do all that. Yeah, it's the opposite for me. Wet blanket. Detroit and Atlanta is on, and the Cleveland game is blacked out here. I can't watch. I wanted to watch the Cleveland Browns game, and it said it was coming on, but right when it was supposed to come on NFL Network, a little message popped up on the screen that said this game is blacked out in your market, so I can't watch the Cleveland game. Disappointing. I know we ain't shit talking about Tennessee, but 1998 forever. Well, we're always shit talking about Tennessee, bud. That never gets old. That never gets old. Nico laughing and still giving Vol Man the bird. He ain't going to be laughing for long because UCLA is terrible. They're really bad. And they're going to get the shit beat out of them in week 2 by UNLV, which is going to be hilarious. What drug is the worst drug? Weed, meth, or crack? Ooh, well, it's either meth or crack. No, I don't do the illegal streaming. I don't steal. I don't steal. Loaded potatoes, fries, nachos. It's all good for the soul. I do like loaded nachos. I love nachos. 5 wide empty backfield for Atlanta on 2nd and 17 at midfield. Pass complete over the middle for a short gain of about 5. 3rd and forever coming up for the Falcons now. I have a great idea. Sub to Uncle Lou, says By Insanity. Yeah, if there's anybody in here that's not subbed to the channel, make sure you do that. College football starts in a couple of weeks. I stream every weekend. Call-in shows on Tuesday and Thursday. We have a lot of fun here. My mom does meth. Probably while you were pregnant, what it seems like. Or while she was pregnant with you. Remember when Ohio State said wait till November every year for the last 2 years? They can't beat Michigan and save their life, can they? 3rd and 13 for the Falcons on the Lions 45. Back to throw. Complete over the middle. Going to be short of the first down, though. Just inside the 40 to the 39. This is about where they were last time. They went for it on 4th down and didn't get it. This time it's 4th and about 10. Let's see what they do. Hogman, what's up, buddy? He says, my biggest mistake on Hogfest was lack of sides. I wasn't sure about baking 40 potatoes. I will try to do that if I ever have another one. It would take a long time to bake 40 potatoes, buddy. Half a day, probably. Unless you got a huge oven, but it would take a long time to bake 40 potatoes. Is Conor McGregor the best cokehead of all time? I don't know. I don't know. Well, do we need to do it? That's a long field goal and it's good. Falcons take a 3-0 lead. Do we need to do a top 10 cokeheads of all time list or something? Pac fan, thank you for the super chat. He says, I'll take any Michigan wide receiver over Jeremiah Smith. Well, you mentally retarded then, bud. He's the best receiver in the game. Which SEC coach gets fired first this season? Oh boy. Well, could be Hugh Freeze if things go south. Could be Billy Napier if things go south. Could be Sam Pittman. Could be Mark Stoops. Could be Brent Venables. Those are your candidates there. Those are your candidates there on that. What's your opinion on the NFL banning smelling salts? I don't have an opinion on that. I didn't know anything about it. I don't know anything about smelling salts in general, so I don't really have an opinion on that. I would take maybe Prothrow over Smith. Prothrow was a sophomore and Smith was a freshman. Spot the ball. Spot the ball in 2 weeks, bud. In Ireland. Kansas State versus Iowa State. 3 weeks to spot the ball for Florida. and just about everybody else. Yeah, Lawrence Taylor would probably have to be on the top 10 crackhead list of all time too, wouldn't he? Lawrence Taylor would have to be on the list. I wish the lady was there last night to hear Octavian and Oregon man fight. We are less than 50 days away from Tennessee taking their annual ass beating from Kirby Smart. Yeah, Georgia owns Josh Heupel. That's a fact. It is a fact. Lawrence Taylor, undisputed GOAT. Yeah, it'd be hard to... Yeah, he'd probably have to be number one on the list. He'd probably have to be number one on the list, honestly. I think he'd have to be number one. Jolis, what's up, buddy? He says, who's going to do better this season, the Falcons or the Panthers? My bet is Falcons, but good Lord, these teams try to race to the bottom every year. I don't really know enough about the NFL. I really don't know. Still a commercial break in the game. I owe a lot of sit-ups, too, or push-ups. 20, 22, 24, 26, 47, 51, 71. I owe 76 push-ups already. I owe 76 fucking push-ups. Or sit-ups. Or whatever other exercise I choose. Fuck. Some kind of penalty in the game. Oh, boy. All right, that was 15. Down to 61 to go. Only 61 to go. 61 to go. Lou, what age did you start watching college football? Early middle school. I mean, I'm sure I watched some college football games when I was in elementary school, but I didn't really get into it until middle school. Lions with the ball down 3. Halfway through the first quarter. Pass complete out to the flat. Nowhere to go. Might have gained a yard. Get yourself a $40 antenna from Walmart. For what? You're using the Sanders name for views. Is it working? Is that why you're here? I tried to watch the game. It's blacked out here. It's blacked out in my market. I can't watch it. Hey, Woo, hope you're well, mate. Yeah, I'm good. Were you watching college football in the 90s? Someone just asked me that. Yes. Go to Dazen. I don't steal. Lou won't even watch NFL after August 30th, probably. I don't have time to watch much NFL during the season. I don't have time at all on Sundays. The only NFL I'll watch once college football starts is the Sunday night game. I'll sometimes watch some of the Sunday night game. But Monday night, I do a live show, so I can't watch Monday Night Football. Thursday night, I do a call-in show, so I can't watch Thursday Night Football. And on Sundays, I do the Your Season Is Over video, which takes like 6 hours to do. Who did you witness Nebraska in the 90s? Is witness like a code word for watch? I watched Nebraska in the 90s, yeah. I stumbled across an old rant today. You were yelling about UJ pushing Justin Fields out of town. Yeah, I went to Columbus, Ohio to film an apology video to the college football gods, and guess what? It worked. Because we started winning natties after that. And I don't get near the credit I deserve for that either. As a Bama fan, we always worry about Oklahoma, LSU, Auburn. Why do you always worry about Oklahoma as a Bama fan? You had never played them until last year. That's weird if you've been worrying about Oklahoma this whole time. Before last year, they always beat us. Shedeur's only good pass was a screen. Where's Lou's damn statue? I need my own statue. Somebody ought to build a Lou statue. Still 3-0 Lions up over the Falcons. 6:19 to go in the first quarter. Who has Octavian played? Well, he played DJ David last night. Yeah, they ought to be worried about Vandy. That's who you ought to be worried about, Bama man. I play Vandy again. That juggernaut. Diego Poverty said he's whipping your ass again. 2nd and 10 for the Lions. They're down 3-0. Who won the call last night? That's not for me to say. That's for y'all to say. A handoff on 2nd and 10 for the Lions picks up about 5 or 6 yards. 3rd down coming up for Detroit. Do you see Nussmeier has patellar tendonitis? Well, I didn't hear that exactly, but I heard it wasn't a serious injury. Nico might take UCLA to the playoffs.
What? UCLA to the playoffs? I think you just took Lawrence Taylor's spot, #1 on the crackhead list of all time, bud.
UCLA to the playoffs. UCLA to a bowl game. Might be able to get that trending. Might be able to get that trending. What's up, Blake? Lions punted away. Falcons with a fair catch around the 15-yard line. They'll have the ball back with a 3-point lead. First quarter of this one. What's your favorite dress that Nico wore? The ugly one. Oh, wait. I need to be a lot more specific than that. They were all pretty fucking ugly. Don't really remember. Yeah. All right, commercial break, and I still owe 61 push-ups for no reason. Let's see if we can do 11 more and get it down to 50. There we go. Got it down to 50. 50 to go. Come on, Lou. Get your fat ass in shape. Get your fat ass in shape, Lou. What do you think about Indiana's schedule? Do you think they will make it back to the play? Fuck no. No. Indiana will go maybe 6-6, 7-5. They're going to be dog shit. Fuck Indiana. And fuck Kirk Cignetti, too. The Bristol game last week was a letdown. Well, maybe they should stop playing sporting events at a fucking racetrack. That might be a good idea to do. No, my son's kind of out of the video game phase. He doesn't play it really anymore. Maybe he'll get back into it at some point, but he's been out of the video game thing for a while. Will Arkansas ever be a contender again? What do you mean again? Have you tried Googling Kurt Cignetti? Yeah. I have tried. A clown emoji came up. Now I gotta do 50. Thanks a lot. Now I gotta do 55 push-ups. Who's the most underrated team this year? Well, a lot of candidates. Georgia Tech, Texas A&M. Georgia Tech, Texas A&M. I think Louisville's underrated. Good for him. Too many kids on games. Georgia Tech or Nebraska. They don't play. Hey, y'all, this is the first football live stream of the year. Let me get a thumbs up. Yeah, hit the thumbs up if you haven't. It's free and takes no effort or energy hardly at all. 2nd and 11. Empty backfield for the Falcons. 5 wide. They're on their own 13. Back to throw. Going deep down the sideline. Has a man. Hit him in the fucking helmet. It went right through his hands and hit him in the face. 3rd and 11. Should have caught that, bud. Should have caught that. Hey, Lou, don't you use YouTube TV? Yeah, I have YouTube TV. Bryce Young might be him. Yeah, problem is the Panthers are dog shit in general. Yeah, that looked like a Georgia wide receiver from last year, didn't it? Went right through his hands and hit the motherfucker in the face. You counting Cash App towards push-ups. Yeah, Super Chat, Cash App, PayPal, whatever. Did you send one? Let's see. Browns game on NFL Network. No, it's blacked out. It's blacked out. It's not on NFL. Not here. 60 push-ups. Who's the H. Brown helmet on the ground? Harvard. It's not brown, it's burgundy. That's the This is the Ivy League. That's the Ivy League, and then Western Kentucky, Wofford, Wyoming, UTSA, and UTEP. And then the Ivy League. What is the push-up thing with Super Chats? I do a push-up for every Super Chats. Now we're at 62. More to do. How many have I done? I've done about 30 already. Thoughts on Jeremiah Smith diet? He got rid of fast food and red meat, eats salmon, rice, and I don't give a fuck what people eat. I mean, whatever he wants to do. I don't care what other people eat. Cash App. Get in shape, Woo. All right. Now we're at 67 now. I'll do 67 more. Impressions of North Carolina this year, I don't think they're going to be any good at all. Lou, you technically only have to do half. YouTube steals the other half. Oh, man, I should have thought of that. You're right, though. You're right. Hey, Lou, what are your thoughts of Texas versus Ohio State possibly being 1-2? Well, it's not possibly. I mean, it is. The coaches poll is out, and they're 1-2. I mean, I don't need somebody's ranking to tell me that Texas and Ohio State are both good teams. It's going to be a great game no matter what they're ranked. Sorry, Lou, but more push-ups for you. That's all right. That's why I do it. 69. Oh, my God, the Browns are absolute dog shit. Well, you're not surprised, are you? Well, you're an Ohio State fan, so you probably stay surprised. Yep, the Browns already in the toilet bowl. Dang, is that true? How long until a college player still steals Bill's girlfriend? I don't think there's a college player with enough money to steal his girlfriend. I can't believe he fell for that shit with her. I really can't. I mean, before she was dating him, she was dating some other millionaire. I mean, she's just an obvious gold digger. I don't understand why Bill Belichick fell for that. I really don't. I don't understand how he fell for that. And she ain't even all that. Let's be real. She ain't all that. I mean, she's decent looking, but, I mean, she ain't dragging a wagon. You know what I'm saying? She ain't all that. She ain't all that. Still a commercial in the game. I get in here, Lou talking about a wagon. Yeah, she ain't dragging a wagon. Lions with the ball, 1st and 10. They're down 3-0. Falcons on top. Lions with the ball on their own 29. They're going to hand it off. Nowhere to go. Stuffed in the backfield for a loss of about 5. 2nd and 1 million coming up now for the Lions. Captain D's sucks. Yeah, it does. The only thing good there is hush puppies. That's it. Please tell Octavian to fix the hood crickets in his house. Smoke alarm battery. He had a smoke alarm going off? I didn't notice that. 74 push-ups now, or sit-ups, either whatever I decide. Cleveland versus Carolina has about 15,000 fans. That's more than this game has. They showed a shot of the stands when this game first started, and you could literally count the people. It was bad. But it's because this is bad football. I mean, NFL preseason is not watchable football. I understand why the NFL holds a preseason, so they can cut rosters down and all that kind of thing. But as far as it being a watchable TV product, it's not. It's terrible. Or even to go to these games is no good. Third and 11 for the Lions. On their own 28, back to throw. Good protection all day. Has to dump it off short, though. Nowhere to go. 4th and long, the Lions will have to punt it away. Well, these people just won't give up. These streaming bots, they just won't give up. Trey Henderson being the best running back in last year's draft was the most obvious thing ever. Lions back to punt. 74 fucking push-ups. They're going to return this kick out across the 30. There he goes. 40 up to the 44. Good return for the Falcons. There is a flag, though. Let's see what that is. There is a flag. 74 fucking push-ups. 79 now. I went to the NFL streaming bot site and now I have AIDS, says Jolish. God damn. Better call Magic Johnson, see if he'll share that cure with you. Clemson versus LSU, Ohio State versus Texas, Michigan versus Oklahoma, Baylor versus SMU, which is a must-watch game. Michigan, Oklahoma is week 2. Muff punt by the Panthers. Shedeur gets the ball at the 4. Man, what the fuck is these trolls? Welcome to LoutubeHere, buddy. Welcome to LoutubeHere. All right. More push-ups. Oh boy. That was 14 and I'm about dead now. That was 14. That puts us down to 65. All right, 65. That's good. I'm gonna have to switch to sit-ups now. Y'all are killing me. Burger, what are you doing? Get on your blankie. Come on. Come on. Get on your blankie. I'll be with you. Anything hot to it? What are you doing? What are you doing? You want to play? Yeah, shout out to Burgle. Had a cameo there. A Burgle cameo for you there. You considered a retirement home. I'm in it right now. Jolie says, you rather give Deshaun Watson a massage or have to go to every Clemson game? Clemson game. That's easy. Clemson game. 70. Back up to 70 now. Yeah, that's an easy one there. Lou, when did you start rage baiting? Same day I started banging. Day 1, bud. Been banging since day 1. Are you new here? What's wrong with Octavian? He's a Florida fan. That's the main thing that's wrong with him. Where's Eric? We haven't heard from him. That's a good point. We haven't heard from Eric in a while. You know, he went to Europe. He went to Europe. But that was about a month ago, it seems like. So he should have been back by now. Yeah, I don't know where Eric's been. He needs to call in, though, doesn't he? We need to put out an APB for our boy Eric on the call-in show. Lou, do you have week 1 live stream schedule yet? No. Yeah, that's up to the Patreon page. That's up to the people on the... You know, I put a poll up every week on Patreon. And they vote on what games they want me to stream. Some weeks it's pretty easy to guess what they're going to vote on, because it's pretty obvious like what the best game is or what the best time slot is. But in week 1, there's so many good games on, I honestly have no idea what they'll vote on. Adam thinks SHEDUER is a little retarded. We only have 14 more days until the week 0 game between Iowa State and Kansas State. That's the second best game of the day. The best game of the day is the UNLV game. But yeah, I will watch the Iowa State Kansas State game too. No, I don't play video games. What am I moving to Las Vegas? Well, I'm never moving to Las Vegas permanently. I might move out there for an extended period of time at some point, like a extended vacation at some point. I don't know. Not going anywhere until all my kids are out of school, but got one to go still. Shedeur threw a touchdown pass. Tied it up. Still 3-0 in the Lions-Falcons game. Kind of a boring game. Let's check some baseball scores. What did I have today? I had the Orioles, and they're winning 3-0. That's good. The other games that I had have not started yet. I've got the Brewers. That game comes on at 8:10. And I've got, I think, the Cubs. I've got the Orioles, and they're winning. I've got the Cubs. That starts at 8:15. And I've got the Brewers. That starts at 8:10. Browns and Panthers game. I've got over 33 points. So that touchdown was good news for me. I need more points in that game. And then in the Falcons-Lions game, I've got the Lions -3.5. That's not looking good. Corey Middleton, what's up, buddy? Good to see you in here. He says, hey, I'll get you some more push-ups. Love this show. Keep up the great work. Take it easy on the Sooners this year. It'll be an emotional roller coaster. Have a great morning. Yeah, you probably saw my Oklahoma prediction. I mean, I don't have them going to the playoffs, but I do have them at 9-3. So a massive improvement over last year. We're at 80 now. 80. I'm going to have to switch to sit-ups, I think. My arms are going to fall off if I keep doing these push-ups. Cleveland scored from a muff punt. Yeah. They got the ball on the 4-yard line or something, didn't they? You're putting points on preseason games? I didn't put any points on anything. I just bet on it. Sports books are the ones that put the points out. Shedeur to be the first player in history to be a first ballot Hall of Fame rookie. Yeah. Preseason Hall of Fame. Are you going to stream the Stanford-Hawaii game in week 0? I have no idea, Dylan. My streaming schedule is not decided by me. It's decided by the people over on Patreon. And I put up a poll on Patreon Monday of every week during the season. They vote in the poll, and I stream whatever it is they voted on for me to stream. So, can't really answer that question right now because I'm not sure. Copy, cancel. The link to the Patreon page is in the description. I'll post it in the chat there too. That's the link to the Patreon page. I just posted it in the chat. Make sure y'all get signed up before the start of the season. $10 a month. We stream every Saturday during the season over there. Sorry for the trolling. I'm almost grounded. You were trolling? I'm now reporting the bots saying they promote terrorism. Dang. Good luck with that. There's a million of them. The Browns have a winning record this year. Should they retire Shedeur's number? Probably not, since he's not starting for the Browns this year. Joe Flacco's their starting quarterback. How would you fix officiating? I'd make full-time referees. And they wouldn't work for the conferences like they do now. You know, the SEC has their own refs. Big 12 has their own refs. Refs should work for the NCAA, not for the conferences. And I'd make them full-time officials. Is Georgia's defense better this year? Well, we won't know till the season starts. I mean, I think it will be. The run defense, I think, will be better, for sure. But don't know for sure until we see it. Who's the worst commissioner in the FBS? The ACC commissioner. Well, when it comes to the Power Four, the ACC commissioner is the worst. Panthers just got the ball on the quick and got away with an obvious drop. Travion Henderson took his first NFL touch for a touchdown. Thank you, Pac fan. Now we're at 82 again. We don't have Chaz to leak people through. Thank God. Oh, Chaz Chambliss? Yeah, he's finally gone. He's 32 years old. Who's the worst Power 4 team? Purdue, Mississippi State, Arizona. Whoever the worst 3 or 4 teams in the ACC are. Lou, you're going to be doing push-ups all night. That's the plan, Yoda. Push-ups and sit-ups all night. That's the plan, buddy. I've been exercising every day for 4 weeks straight. Well, I've been exercising 4 days a week for 4 days straight, or for 4 weeks straight. I got to get in shape. You know, I quit smoking, so I got to get in shape now. I started exercising about a month ago. I do 4 days a week. Sometimes I do 5 days a week, but I do at least 4 days a week. Thank you, King family. I don't believe West Virginia will be good. I think they're not bad enough to finish last. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be good either. I think Rich Rod will get them turned around, but not this year. Junkyard Dog says, I want to contribute to Lou's Slav Olympics conditioning program. Hit the deck. Thanks for getting us all through the offseason, Lou. Go Dogs. Thank you, Junkyard Dog. We're at 87. 87. I'm going to do, it's a commercial. I'm gonna have to do some sit-ups this time, though. I'm going to have to do some sit-ups this time. Let's take these shoes off. I'm going to have to go with some sit-ups this time. Oh, boy. Oh, y'all are killing me. Y'all are killing me here. All right. Oh, this is harder than the damn push-ups. This was a bad idea. How many is that? 6 or 7? I'm about to call it 10. Holy shit. This is even harder. What was I thinking? I'm turning the super chats off. If I can figure out how. I might just stay down here. Oh my God, I'm so out of shape. You see this is what happens when you don't exercise for 30 years. So, those of you that are younger and in shape, start exercising now. So you don't end up like Uncle Lou. Down bad. Real bad. You end up down bad like me. Those of y'all that are young and in shape, start exercising now. You don't want to end up like me. Trust me. You don't want to end up like me. 47 years old and can't do 10 sit-ups. You don't want to end up like me. You don't want to end up like me. Trust me. If you're in shape now and you're young, stay in shape. '77. What made you a Georgia fan? Well, being from Georgia has probably had a lot to do with it, but when I was in 6th grade, I think. Yeah. When I was in 6th grade, a friend of mine, his parents had season tickets to Georgia games, and they took me to a Georgia game when I was in 6th grade. And I got hooked. They played Baylor. It was a boring game. What year was that? 1989. 1989. There you go. 15-3. Georgia won. Baylor had an actual fucking bear on the sideline. They don't do that anymore. I don't know if PETA got a hold of them or what the deal was that, but Baylor had an actual fucking bear on a leash on the sideline. In an alternate universe, your friends had season tickets to Georgia Tech and you were on the sad train for life. Could have happened that way. Could have happened that way, I guess. Jackpot says, I believe we slapped Georgia around in 1989. Let's see. I've got no idea. Let's see. South Carolina 24, Georgia 20. Yep. South Carolina won in 1989. Yep. Still 3-0, Falcons up over the Lions. 7-7, the Browns are tied with the Panthers. And the Patriots are up 14-0 over the Commanders in preseason football. Didn't Nebraska play Georgia in 2 bowl games? I think they played them 2 years in a row in the 2000s. Or 2 out of 3 years, something like that. Now they want to interview King Bryce. Nebraska lost the Music City Bowl to Lyle Jones. That's embarrassing. Any loss to Lyle Jones is embarrassing. Trust me, I know, because Georgia had a loss to him. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. They're going to hand the ball off to the right side. Met in the hole. Pushes forward for maybe a yard. 2nd and long coming up for the Falcons now. Hey, Lou, do you think that there's a chance the UJ gets game day 3 times this season? There's a chance, yeah. They got a lot of big home games. I mean, you know how game day is. It depends on all the other games that are going on that week, too. I doubt they get game day 3 times. Have they ever been to the same place 3 times in a season? I doubt they get 3. They could get Alabama and Texas. There's a lot of time in between those 2 games. They play Alabama early in the season and Texas late in the season. Falcons go deep into double coverage, incomplete. 3rd and 11 coming up for Atlanta. Could have been an FSU fan. Well, I've told the story a million times. My grandfather was a huge Florida State fan. Well, he wasn't really a Florida State fan. He was a Bobby Bowden fan. My grandfather was an Alabama fan, but he loved Bobby Bowden. Are you going to have any more funny Your Season is Over awards to give out this season? You know what? Those usually just come off the top of my head. I don't plan a lot of that stuff out, believe it or not. It kind of just comes. So I'm sure something will come up. I have no idea what it'll be, though. I have no idea what it'll be. Isn't Bobby Bowden from Birmingham? I've got no idea where he was born or whatever. I have no clue. Jolish says, Lou, I grew up a Georgia Tech fan in West Georgia, halfway between Atlanta and Auburn, but in middle school we were between Clemson and Athens in the armpit underneath Anderson, South Carolina. I haven't spent much time in that part of South. I live on the border of South Carolina, but in the North Augusta, Aiken part of South Carolina. I haven't spent much time up in the, what would that be, like the northwest, you know, Greenville, Clemson, Anderson, all up in there. I haven't spent much time up there. That's jackpot territory, right? Juke poot. That's Carolina juke poot territory, ain't it? Missouri fucking sucks. Well, they were 9-3 last year, but I'll give you this: they were one of the worst 9-3 teams I've ever seen. Don't trust anyone who doesn't know who Tavon Austin is. He played for West Virginia. Shedeur has been impressive. Which Auburn coach was worse, Harsin or Freeze? I'm going to go with Harsin. I call it the armpit between Chattanooga and Augusta, says Jolish. 82. I'm never going to get done exercising. He played for Samford. Yes, he did, Woo. Look up Tavon Austin College highlights. You will be amazed. Just look at pictures of people's mouth after using dip. Maybe that will help you quit. Who are you talking to? I don't dip. I've never dipped. Do Zen have long-term effects? I'm sure they do. They're nicotine pouches, aren't they? I'm sure there's some kind of something. How much does YouTube steal from your super chats? YouTube takes about 35%, and then depending on how you pay, whether it's doing an Apple Pay thing or a credit card processor or whatever, I end up getting about 50% of the super chat. So like Hoghead just gave $10, I'll end up getting about $5 of that. YouTube takes 35%, and then there's about another 10 or 15% in fees, depending on how you paid that super chat. Hoghead says, my first game was 1973 versus Duke. First loss I attended was 1973 UGA by a score of 35-31. Was an amazing game. Thank you for the super chat, Hog, man. Puts us up to 92. This is getting bad quick. People smoke Zens in jail? I wouldn't even know how you would go about that. Does Cash App give more percentage? Cash App gives it all. Cash App doesn't take anything. Yeah, I might use another way to donate next time. I forgot to do all that. I mean, now if somebody ever gives like $100 or something like that, yeah, you should probably do that through PayPal or Cash App. But I don't mention I do super chats too a lot of times when I'm watching people, because it's just convenient. It's right there on the screen. It's built into the YouTube app. It's convenient to do. So I don't harp too much on it, but I do think it's ridiculous that YouTube takes 35%. I think that's way too high of a percentage for them to take on a direct donation that basically doesn't cost YouTube anything. That's way too high. Way too high. You know, they take 50% of the ad revenue. I can accept that. They do all the work when it comes to the ads. You know, I don't have anything to do with that. I just upload the video. YouTube does all the ad shit, puts ads on there, negotiates the ad rates with all these companies. So I get it. The 50% on the ad rate, I understand that. But taking 35% of a super chat, I think is robbery. I think that's way too high. Way too high. Literally, they talked about the border war in Augusta for Georgia, South Carolina. Well, they used to have the, what they call it down here? They used to have a huge party down here every Friday night before the Georgia, South Carolina game. The cheerleaders would come from both schools. Border Bash. They called it the Border Bash. They used to have it downtown. It'd be 10, 15,000 people down there. The cheerleaders would come from both schools. The mascots would come from both schools. There'd be, 7,000 or 8,000 Georgia fans, 7,000 or 8,000 South Carolina fans. They'd have live bands. It was an all-day thing. The Border Bash. It was a lot of fun. All kinds of merchandise booths set up everywhere. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, the Border Bash. The Naked Gun was good. That's surprising. I'm going to see it, but not in the theater. Package will be here tomorrow. You definitely will dig this. Hey, guess what, Motley Dog? My son called me the other day. He said, Dad, have you been to... And he told me the name of this store in town. And I can't remember the name of it now. And I had never been there, but I knew the store he was talking about. It was over where near my parents used to live. And I said, yeah, I know the store you're talking about. I've never been in there. And he goes, they have these awesome Georgia shirts in there. There's like... The back of them is like a picture, like a painting of different players. And anyway, he was telling me all about these shirts. And I said, well, does it have something on the front of it? He was like, yeah, it's got something on the front. I don't know what it is. I said, what is it? He said, Woodford Reserve. I said, man, my man from YouTube, Motley Dog, has sent me like 15 of those. But yeah, they are nice. I wear those shirts all the time. You see me wearing those shirts all the time, don't you? Almost every I wear them almost every day. I'm not lying. I said, I got about 15 of them. That you've sent me, and all different colors: red, white, black, gray, pink. But I wear those shirts almost every day. Almost every day. But yeah, he found a place in town that sells them, and he bought 2 of them down there. I said, well, I'm not buying them. Motley Dogs done sent me every one they've ever made. Let me go get one. Show y'all what I'm talking about. I wear these shirts in almost every video. And I don't know, sometimes you can't read it, but Onwood Reserve, not Woodford Reserve, sorry. Onwood Reserve. And then the back of them are different. This one's got Stetson Bennett on it. But I've got probably 15 of these that he sent me. They're nice shirts too. They're thick, good material, good quality. First game I went to was in 1980 against the Citadel. The only thing I remember was Citadel having a live bulldog mascot, and I cried because I couldn't go pet it. And it also shit on our AstroTurf. I think I've heard you tell that story before about it shitting on your AstroTurf. Thank you, Jackpot. 102. Wow, falling way behind. Onward had a Haynes King shirt that sold out, and I'm pissed I didn't get one, says Jolish. 107. I have to do 107 of something. I'm gonna start cheating and doing jumping jacks in a minute. I can knock out 107 jumping jacks. That counts. As long as I do an exercise, that counts. So I might cheat do jumping jacks. That's just what everybody clicked on. That's what everybody comes here for, is to watch me do jumping jacks. Still 3-0. Pretty boring game here. The Lions with the ball in the red zone down to the 11-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and short coming up for the Lions. How many Bulldogs has Georgia went through now for the mascot? What are they up to, 8 or 9? If moving my jaws counted as exercise, I'd be in better shape than anybody on the planet. Third and 2. Shotgun for the Lions. 4 wide. Back to throw. Into the end zone. Caught. Touchdown Lions. They're going to take the lead over the Falcons 6-3. The extra point will make it 7. I have Georgia with at least 4 guaranteed losses. They're favored in all 4 of those games, so guaranteed is not necessarily a word I would use. I'm sorry, Lou, but I must contribute to my buddy's stream. What's up, Stingray? All right, we're at 112 now. I got to start doing something soon. I'm not doing any more sit-ups, I can tell you that. That's too hard. Fuck them sit-ups. I'm not doing that shit. Walking is probably the best exercise for fat loss. Well, I ride a stationary bike every day. I get bored just walking, so I have a stationary bike. I ride the stationary bike and watch football videos for an hour. What happened to 8 camel toes? He died. I use a stationary bike too. Works decently. Browns and Panthers still tied at 7, it looks like. I like to bike outside, though. I have mine in the garage. I haven't smoked the devil's lettuce in 3 weeks. How's no cigs going? A lot easier than I thought. A lot easier than I thought. Hoghead says do jumping jacks. You want me to do some jumping jacks? All right. Let's do some jumping jacks. Ready? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Ooh, that's burning. 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 7, 8, 9, 50. Ooh. My legs are burning. Ooh, my legs are burning. Knock 50 off, though. Got the number down to 62. Got the number down to 62. Woo. Do you ever do chicken wings on, like, eat chicken? Oh, yeah, it's one of my favorite game day foods. Chicken wings. Calm down. I'd love to calm down, man. All right, back up to 64, though. I'd love to calm down. Woo. But I've been smoking for almost 30 years. It's a miracle I can even do 50 jumping jacks. I mean, I quit a month. That's why I finally quit smoking. That's why I'm trying to get in shape. I quit smoking a little over a month ago. I've been smoking almost 30 years. It's a miracle I can do 50 jumping jacks. Trolling me on my exercise isn't going to work, because the whole reason I'm exercising is because I know I'm out of shape. So trying to troll me on that's a waste of time. Well, trying to troll me in general is a waste of time. I can't be trolled. You can't troll the troll. What's the reason for preseason games? Coaches evaluate their players, get down to 53-man roster. Other teams can evaluate players on other teams to fill holes on their own team. Still 7-7 Browns and Panthers. 17-0 the Patriots up over the Commanders. And the Lions with a 7-3 lead over the Falcons. Let's check the baseball scores. I'm on the Orioles, the Cubs, and the Brewers. The Orioles are winning 3-1 in the 5th inning. The Brewers are losing 1-0 in the 1st inning. And no score in the Cubs game in the 1st inning. How about a push-up challenge? I done did about 50 push-ups already on this stream, Donna. That's why I switched to something else. I wore myself out on the push-ups. I did about 50 of them. You want me to do some more? Let's go, Lou. Spike the ball. All right, that puts us at 69. Hey, Lou, where'd you get the college football playoff helmet? I'm going to be honest. I should have started writing this down when people started sending me helmets, and I didn't. I can't remember if somebody sent me this one or if I bought it myself. If I bought it, it either came off of Amazon or eBay. But I really can't remember. I really can't remember. I've only bought about half these helmets myself. The other half, people sent them to me. And in the beginning, it was easy for me to remember who was sending them. But now it's been so many, I can't remember anymore. And it's been so long ago in some cases. No UNC Charlotte helmet? No. I don't watch NFL. Is it entertaining as college football? I don't think so, no. I don't think so, no. It's 2 more. 71 now. No, I'm not doing any more sit-ups. Fuck them sit-ups. That shit's too hard. I'm not in shape enough for sit-ups. I found that out a few minutes ago. Falcons with the ball. Little hitch pass out in the flat, picks up about 10 yards, close to a first down. Push-ups, let's see, pull-ups. I don't have a pull-up bar. I probably couldn't do a pull-up, though. Pull-ups are hard. Florida's the class of the SEC. Not in football, they're not. Football, they're absolute fucking garbage. I do fantasy football with work buddies in my wife's league, but I never care how I do. Do 2-minute burpees. I don't even know what a burpee is. Shedeur is fun to watch. I wish I could watch it, but it's blacked out here. Blacked out. All right, let's see if we can do some more push-ups since y'all won't leave me alone. Dumb shit. Dumb trolling comments. See if we can do some more. Ugh. Oh boy, this better work. I better be in shape by the time this football season ends, or I'm just going to give up. I better be in shape by the time this football season ends, or I'm just going to give up. Falcons just score. Pass interference, but on who? Got to be on the defense. That's going to be a touchdown. It looked like defensive pass interference, right? Yeah, touchdown Falcons. Abs are made in the kitchen. Yeah, that's going to be a big problem. Especially on Saturdays during the football season. Do you watch My 600-Pound Life? I've seen it before, I think, but I don't watch it, no. Who do you choose between the ukulele and Fromm? Oh, Fromm had a way better career than the ukulele. Sanders, 11 of 18, 108 yards. That's not bad. If you need to watch someone struggle to walk or stand up, even you have bigger problems. Don't calm down until it's time to sleep. Falcons get ready to kick off after retaking the lead 10-7, 34 seconds to go in the first half. Juice Poot would tell Woo everything is fine even if the entire stadium were burning to the ground. Yeah. Glass is always half full over on the Josh Pate channel. That's for sure. Shedeur could bring peace to the Middle East. Yeah. Almost halftime here. 30 seconds to go. Lions with the ball, down 3. And they're backed up on their own 17-yard line. Don't know how aggressive they'll be here. Let's see. 4 wide. Shotgun. Snap. Back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Fumbles, but falls on the ball. Nearly disaster there for the Lions. 2nd and long. I went from 250 to 200 in 2 months. See, I'm not fat enough to lose that much weight that quick. I mean, I'm like 5'11", 180. I'm not even really overweight. I mean, I have a little bit of a gut from just not exercising for 30 years, but I'm not really overweight, so it's not. It would be impossible for me to. If I lost 50 pounds, I would disappear. 3,500 calories is 1 pound, so 500 less per day is a pound per week. It works and it's reasonable. Lou for College Football Playoff Commissioner 2026. I don't really have a goal to lose weight. Now, if I keep exercising, I probably will lose weight as a side effect of exercising and getting in shape, but I'm not exercising or trying to get in better shape specifically to lose weight. I'm just out of shape. I mean, I'm just out of shape. I'm just exercising and trying to get in better shape so I can live longer. Now, I probably will lose a little bit of weight, but just because I haven't exercised in 30 years. So if I start exercising 4 or 5 times a week, I probably will lose some weight. But I didn't start exercising to lose weight. I just started exercising to try to get in a little bit better shape. I mean, I'm not young, y'all. I'm 47 years old. My mom died when she was 60. That's 13 years. I'm not looking to die in 13 years. My dad is still alive, and he's almost 70. Does any sport compare to college football? I don't think it does. European soccer is close if you like soccer. As far as the atmosphere and the environment of a big soccer game, it's close to what you experience at a big college football game. But obviously, if you don't like soccer, that's not going to matter. But that's the only thing I've ever seen that even comes close to the energy, excitement, and atmosphere of a big college football game is a big international soccer game. I've completely changed my eating this year, although I've eaten healthy for a while. Got even more serious about it in 2025. I'm not on any type of diet necessarily, but I have been making a decision lately to eat less of certain things. Like I'm trying to eat way less fried food. I already don't eat any fast food. The only time I ever eat fast food is like vacations. But in town, I don't ever eat fast food, ever. And I've been trying to eat less fried stuff. What else? I've been eating a lot of chicken. I've been going to the grocery store and buying a rotisserie chicken. And eat that for like I eat a whole chicken in 2 days. I'll go get a rotisserie chicken. I'll eat about half of it for dinner. Half a rotisserie chicken. I eat about half a rotisserie chicken for dinner, and then I eat the other half the next day. No French fries, no tater tots, nothing like that. No fried chicken, no chicken tenders. I quit eating cookies. That's been the hardest thing I quit doing. I used to eat cookies every day. I love cookies. I'm not huge on sweets in general, but I love cookies. Oreos and chocolate chip cookies mostly. And I have quit eating that. Burpees will get your core abs looking sweet. I don't even really care about that. I mean, I'm not trying to win no beach body contest. I'm old and I haven't exercised in 30 years. And I just want to be in a little bit better shape. That's all. Lou, which team do you think did the most this offseason to fix what was wrong last season for this season? I don't know. What team do you think did the most? So you would be talking about transfer portal? I don't know, man. I don't know. Which team did the most this offseason to fix what was wrong last season? Well, Georgia's wide receivers. That'd be one area. I know it's hard, Lou, but you got it. Oh, yeah, I've been doing good. Look, since I quit smoking, I put myself on an exercise plan, and I've stuck to it. I exercise a minimum of 4 days a week. Sometimes 5, sometimes 6, but a minimum, and I haven't missed. 4 days a week. Out in the garage. I've got a bench out there. I got dumbbells. I got the exercise bike. A minimum of 4 days a week. And 4 days a week is a lot when you haven't exercised at all in 30 years. So I'm on the right track. Consistency is key. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. You got to make it a part of your lifestyle. You got to make it a habit. Yeah. Clemson fired their DC and went in the portal. That's a lot for Dabo. What a way for Trey Henderson to start his NFL career with a 100-yard kickoff return. Costco rotisserie chickens are so cheap, $5. They're pretty much $5 everywhere. Kroger, Walmart, Publix, everywhere around here they're about $5. Simply counting calories has been a game changer for me. Yeah, whatever works, that's the most important thing. I am not meticulous enough or detail oriented enough to be somebody that counts calories. I'm not going to do that. That's why, I don't think there's any one thing. This is what you have to do. You have to do this. This works. That's the only thing that works. And if you do anything else, it won't work. I think there's a lot of different ways you can go about it, and you have to find the way that works for you, whatever that way is. The most important thing is that it works. But I just know that I would fail at the counting calories thing. I know that for a fact, so I don't even try. In general, you got to eat less and exercise more. And then how you fine tune that, there's a million different ways. I do some weightlifting. I do some cardio. I do some weight bearing exercises. I'm eating less. There are certain things I'm eating less of. What Wi-Fi do you use? The one my mom uses is terrible. Well, I use your mom's and it works fine for me. Lou, you have one AB? Or are you saying I have one ab? Yeah. I have a pony keg ab. If I suck it in, look, abs, look, abs. When's the due date? I'm an Aggie fan. Losing Noah Thomas hurt. He reminded me of Mike Evans. Boy, we needed somebody like that bad. A big, tall wide receiver on the outside. Last year we had a lot of receiving problems last year, but one of the problems we had is that we had 4 slot receivers and no outside receivers. We had slot receivers playing on the outside. 5'10", 5'11", 6-foot guys, barely 6-foot guys playing on the outside because we had no outside wide receivers. Big problem last year. No, I work every weekend during the season. G Woo Wan. I have to work every day. I have to work every day during the season. Every game day during the season. Auburn recruiting is having a big turnaround. We were 90, now we're number 36. We'll be top 10 on signing day. I don't know about top 10. I don't know about that. UGA have won the Natty in 23 if A.D. Mitchell would have stayed on the team. Fight me. Hey, Lou. That can't be true because we didn't need him. I was told that we didn't need him. So, plus, didn't A.D. Mitchell leave after the 21 Natty? And then we won the Natty in 22 without him? And then in 23, he was in the NFL? So I don't know if that makes... I don't know if your timeline is making sense there. Or am I wrong on that? Or am I wrong? I thought AD left after the 21 season. Is that not right? So he was there for both Natties? I don't know why I thought he left after the Natty in 21. More jumping jacks? More jumping jacks? What number are we at here? 61? Is that right? Yeah. 61. I can knock out some jumping jacks and get this number way down. The number right now is 61 that I owe. He was there for both. Okay. He was injured for 22 to the Georgia Tech game. Wonder how long the Deion stands will stick by Shedeur. Well, I was unable to watch the game because it's blacked out here, but from what most people are saying, he's playing pretty good, isn't he? They're up 14-7. Lou, you must be an insurance adjuster? No. Mm-mm. I used to sell insurance, but I've never been an insurance adjuster. You're watching Lou's... What do you mean guess Lou's... You're watching Lou's occupation right now. Stream East. I don't steal. Florida State, man. I don't steal. Lou, have you thought about painting your white shelf red? No, I'm not doing that. Play some halftime music? No. Chicken is best G because any of the Heslith sides you choose will kept. What? Did you just have a stroke or something, dude? The fuck? Will Keo your carbs fat intake? Bro, log off for a second or two, regroup, come back in like 5 minutes or something. I don't know what's going on. Are you okay? Are you having like a blood sugar episode or something? The fuck? What happened to your shed? My daughter started a charity thing where she adopts out homeless cats, and so the shed got turned into a giant cat shelter. Hey Lou, want to know a fact that last one in week one? I'm gonna stop reading any super chats that don't make sense after the first 4 or 5 words. Or don't have punctuation or whatever. Did you see Trey Henderson's 100-yard? No. How is Shedeur doing? I can't watch the game; it's blacked out. But people, from the sounds or from what it sounds like in the chat, he's doing pretty good. He's doing well. 2 touchdowns, says Kevin Chavis. What did I miss? I'm at Monsterama Con in Atlanta, and the hotel doesn't have NFL channel. You didn't miss anything. The game is blacked out. If you're in Atlanta, you wouldn't be able to watch it even if they had the NFL network. It's blacked out. So the Falcons game is on, and instead of the Browns game. I'm not doing red shelves, no matter how many times you ask about it. Swamp Coon LSU currently has a 4-game losing streak in week 1. 5-game losing streak in week 1. 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024. They've lost 5 straight week 1 games. Yeah, Dabo's a top 5 coach, yeah. Hey, Lou, want to know a fact? LSU last won in week 1 in 2019. Yes, we know that. I got you something, woo. Do I need to guess? Have you watched Any Given Saturday yet? Oh, the SEC documentary on Netflix? No, I haven't. Floby, Jesus, man, your punctuation is still incorrect. All right, what's the number? 61. See if we can cut it in half. Jumping jacks again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Whew. All right. Down to 11. Ooh, down to 11. Come on, Lou. Come on, Lou. You got to get in shape. Why can't I send super chats? It's not even giving me an option. I have no idea. I don't know. Lou, did you announce your spot? I can't say anything about the. I can't say anything about that yet. I signed a contract this morning, though. But I can't say anything about it yet. What the fuck? These bots won't give up, man. These streaming bots, boy, I tell you, they won't give up. Hide. They just won't give up. Who sold out is the next Josh Payton. I'm never working for anybody else, buddy. Don't worry about that. You ain't got to worry about that. I've had sponsors every year I've been doing this. Ooh, I've reported as many as I can. It's like bandwagon Bama fans. Yeah. Yeah, this happens during every game stream. No one should be the next Josh Pate. Even Pate shouldn't be Pate. Oh, shit. Let's check the baseball scores. How we doing there? Looks like the Orioles are still winning. That's good. Yes, the Orioles are winning. And then we've got the Brewers. They're losing 2-0 in the third inning, so we need the Brewers to get it together. And we've got the Cubs, and the Cubs are losing 1-0 in the second inning. So we need the Brewers and the Cubs to get it together in baseball. For the football games, we've got the Browns and the Panthers over 33 points. Right now they're at 21 points. And we've got the Lions minus 3.5. And they are tied at 10 with the Falcons. People talk about LSU not winning in week 1 since 29, but no one talks about Clemson's 3-game losing streak to the SEC. Well, I talk about Clemson's losing streak to the SEC all the time. The reason more people don't talk about it is because it's a 1-year streak. It all occurred last year. So it's a 1-year streak, whereas LSU's streak has been ongoing for 5 years. So I think that's why it gets more attention. Stream the game, you'll be fine, I promise. What game you talking about? You mean show the game on YouTube? No, not doing that. Do you appreciate my trolling? I didn't know you were trolling. I haven't seen you try to troll. Hey Lou, love to show and respect your opinion. What do you think of Tennessee defense this year? I think the defense will be good. I don't know if it'll be as good as last year, but I think the defense will be good. But I think Tennessee's going 8-4. I think their offense will take a big step backwards. LSU versus Clemson is going to be shout out. LSU versus Clemson is going to be shout out. Should be a period there. First of all, it should be shootout, not shout out. There should be a period after there. And then there should be another sentence. Both teams got explosive offenses. Oklahoma State versus Arizona State, Big 12 champion. What, whoever wins that game? I like Arizona State. I like Kansas State. I like Iowa State, Texas Tech, and TCU. I don't like Oklahoma State. Nico is the worst QB of the Heupel era. Dang. Is that true? What about Joe Milton? Y'all cried about him all for 2 years, didn't you? Pretty sure you did. LSU going to have 6-year streak of losing games, game ones in a few weeks. Yeah, I picked Clemson in that one because they're the home. I would have picked whoever the home team was, and I think it's going to be a good game. Falcons with the ball up near midfield, going to be a first down for them. I would have picked whoever the home team was in that game. I think it's going to be a good game, but I'm going with Clemson. Uncle Lou, will you be streaming South Carolina versus Virginia Tech game on opening Sunday? Yeah, because that's the only game on that day. And now, whether it'll be on YouTube or Patreon, I have no idea. I've got no idea. I stream on Patreon every weekend during the season, and then if I have time to stream other games, I do it on YouTube. So I'm not sure. There's the link to the Patreon page right there if you want to check it out. It's $10 a month. We have a good time over there, though. Best game until Bama blows out Florida State 69-6 because that Boston College. Falcons in Lions territory now, 2nd and 1 on the Lions 42. Fumble, but the Falcons fall on it, but they're going to lose 3 or 4 yards. 3rd and about 5 coming up now for the Falcons. South Carolina versus Virginia Tech game is on Sunday, says Robert. USC Junior versus Virginia Tech is also on Labor Day Sunday. So what day is the South Carolina-Virginia Tech game on? Yeah, Emory Jones, quarterback for the Falcons. Absolute dog shit. Pass complete inside the 35 to the 33. First down, Falcons. Anybody know what day the Virginia Tech South Carolina game is? August 31st, Sunday? What about it? What about Sunday? Emory Jones just threw the ball 25 feet over a receiver's head. That was kind of funny. Still 14-7, Browns up over the Panthers in that one. $3 p.m.? No, it's about 9, ain't it? It's 8:53. Down goes Emory Jones, sack of about 15 yards. 3rd and infinity coming up for the Falcons. Woo, my biggest pet peeve is returners who think it's a great idea to touch the ball inside the 10 without calling a fair catch. Yeah, you shouldn't catch the ball inside the fair, or you shouldn't catch the ball inside the 10-yard line. Falcons with a little screen pass out to the wide receiver picks up about 10 yards, but they needed 21. 4th and 10 coming up now for the Falcons. They'll probably be kicking a field goal here. Josh Allen ruined franchises because now teams think they can draft a guy like Anthony Richardson 4th. Is Detroit cooked? What do you mean, for the season? I don't take anything away from these preseason games in terms of how good a team will be during the season. That's not even the point of these preseason games. I mean, these are all backups, 3rd stringers, 4th stringers. The majority of these players in the game right now won't even be on the roster when the season starts. Preseason is really about picking your backups. Is this the QB that costed Dan Mullen his job? I'm hearing good things out of fall camp. Play calling seems worse. Virginia Tech, South Carolina, August 31st at 3 p.m. The Virginia Tech, South Carolina game? What day is that on? Josh Allen is actually, I can't even. I'm trying to keep a straight face with the Virginia Tech, South Carolina thing, but I can't. Yeah, Sunday is when NFL games come on, but when is the Virginia Tech, South Carolina game coming on? Sunday is generally NFL day. I'm asking about the Virginia Tech, South Carolina game. Falcons missed the field goal? The Virginia Tech game is Sunday of Labor Day weekend? No, I'm asking about when they play South Carolina. Nebraska is going to start the season 6-0. Maybe a hot take. Well, I've done a prediction video for Nebraska, so you can go look and see exactly what it is they're going to do. I said Sunday, August 31st. What about Sunday, August 31st? What about it? Starts at 3. What starts at 3? Damn Sunday. Yeah, I like Saturdays better because I like college football better than the NFL. So I agree with you. Damn Sunday. But did we ever figure out about the South Carolina Virginia Tech game? What happened to Lansing Jasper? I don't know. My guess is that he's either dead or in prison. That would be my guess. You got Notre Dame losing week 2. But live is ND minus 6.5 versus A&M. Yeah, a favorite is never lost. So you must be onto something there. A 6-point favorite has never lost a game. I don't know what I was thinking there. I don't know what I was thinking. How much was Notre Dame favored against Northern Illinois last year? 36.5? I got Notre Dame at 11-1. Me too, I think, don't I? I think I've got them at 11-1 too. The Lions with a screen pass on 2nd and 7. Picks up good yards there and a first down. NFL doesn't have a week 0. No, they don't. They sure don't. Nebraska 11-1. Come on, man. Come on. You're trolling yourself. You don't believe that. 1st and 10 for the Lions, all tied up at 10. They've got the ball in the Atlanta 45. Under center this time. Handoff. Has a hole inside the 40. Close to a first down. Gain of about 9. Good looking play that time. 2nd and short coming up now for the Lions. James Holly, thank you for the super chat. Let's add $5. That's going to put it at 16. Serious question, Woo. Do you think college football will ever do another football game on a racetrack again? I hope not. It's retarded. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. College football has some of the best stadiums in the world, and then they move them to racetracks and baseball stadiums. I don't understand. So I hope not. I certainly hope not. You got any hot takes this year? Every take I have is scalding hot, bud. You got to blow on it before you even touch it. Lou, what is the last UJ offensive transfer player to live up to the hype? Lawrence Cager? Offensive transfer player. There hasn't been very many. Oh, Stetson Bennett. Stetson Bennett. How do you feel about a college red zone channel? I don't know. It works in the NFL because there's only 7 or 8 games on at a time. Usually not even that many. I don't know how that. I don't really know if it'll work as well for college football when you have sometimes 10 or 15 different games on all at the same time. I don't know if it'll work as well. UGA has the best tight ends too. They might have they got one of the best tight end rooms. There's probably tight ends around the country who are better than any individual tight end Georgia has, but I do like Georgia's tight end room. I mean, I won't watch a college football red zone channel. You don't gain anything about the game by watching that. I like to watch the whole game. Um, so I wouldn't have any interest in watching a college football red zone channel. Lou, will we ever see some version of college fantasy football, not the whole Power Five, but maybe by conference? I think there's college fantasy football has been around. I have Tennessee beating Georgia. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. You have Tennessee beating Georgia every year. I want more Notre Dame and UGA games. They are good to watch. I wouldn't mind that either because Georgia absolutely owns Notre Dame. I wouldn't mind that either. 2nd and 10 for the Lions. They're in the red zone all the way down at the Atlanta 12. Back to throw. Running back catches it in the flat, inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and about 5 coming up now for the Lions inside the 10. How many All-Americans do you think this Georgia team has? All-Americans? Probably none on offense. Unless one of those wide receivers has a huge year. All-Americans. I don't know. Maybe a couple on defense. Hard to guess on All-Americans. Heupel is figured out by Smart. That gimmick offense is easily stopped by Kirby. Yeah, Tennessee struggles to even get first downs against Georgia, never mind score. Nico is Himothy. Yeah, right. 4th down coming up for the Lions. Let's see what they do here. 1.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. Michigan's worst loss was Toledo in the Rich Rod era. What Auburn transfer ever did any good? I have no idea. UNLV, Natty, or UGA beats Bama? Which do you want more? Oh, I'd rather UGA beat Bama than UNLV win the Natty. UNLV's not winning the Natty. I mean, Georgia's got some chance of beating Bama. There's 0 chance UNLV wins the Natty. It's time for the best Bama O-line to actually be that for once. Will Zachariah Banks be returning kicks and punts? I hope so. Oh, I don't know. I don't know that it matters. All we ever do is fair catch those things anyway. Georgia gave up in the return game a long time ago. I wish they'd go back to returning kicks. Let's see. We will see. 1st and goal. The Lions picked up a first down there on 4th down. They've now got 1st and goal on the 2. And it looks like somebody has called a timeout here. Check some baseball scores. Maybe the Brewers and the Cubs have come back. Let's see. The Orioles are still winning 3-2, top of the 8th inning. The Brewers are still losing 2-0, bottom of the 4th inning. And the Cubs are still losing 1-0. So we're going 1-2 in baseball right now. Is it still 14-7 in the Browns-Panthers game? I need some points in that game. I need some points. Is Branch wide receiver 1? No, he's a slot receiver. Branch is a slot receiver. A gimmick player, basically. I mean, he'll play a lot, but he's a slot receiver. Noah Thomas and Colby Young will be the outside receivers. Octavian will be right back talking the same talk he talked 10 years ago when McElwain was coaching. Yeah, well, that's why I like Octavian. Reality doesn't affect him at all. He continues. He's got tunnel vision. And reality, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what actually happens. Octavian could care less. Will you be live streaming the Ohio State-Texas game? Yeah, but it'll probably be on Patreon. My guess is that's going to be the Patreon stream. Let's make a $100 bet Tennessee beats Georgia. You got to send the money. I don't make bets on the honor system. So if you want to bet on the game, you got to send the money now. Cash App or PayPal. It's up to you. But you say you want to bet $100 on the game. There you go. Send the money. Send the money and it's a bet. If you don't send the money, it's not a bet. What teams do you think are dark horse playoff teams this year? Georgia Tech. Texas A&M. Yeah. Best college football roster of a single season since 2010. 2013 Florida State. UJ will have their men cheerleaders in by the fourth quarter. Well, Georgia doesn't have no men cheerleaders, but you're thinking of Texas A&M's yell leaders. What's up, Mr. Beware? Hey, Lou, is 95 Nebraska the best team of all time? Or the best team of my lifetime? I don't... touchdown Detroit. That's good for the Pay Lou movement. We've got Detroit minus 3.5 in this one. So Detroit's about to take a 7-point lead. They're the best team that I've seen, in my lifetime. 95 Nebraska. Damn you, yell boys like to yell and run and grab each other. The Texas A&M people are weird. There's no doubt about that. Really weird. What are the contenders for the group of 5? UNLV, that's it. There is no other contender. No. UNLV, Boise State, Tulane, Memphis. Yeah. But I'm riding with UNLV. I'm riding with UNLV. 2024 Ohio State is arguably more loaded than... No, they're not. You don't lose 2 games in the regular season and then claim to be the best team in the last 30 years or whatever. Just nice try. That's just a blind homer take. No, they're not. If they were more loaded than those teams, they wouldn't have lost to the worst Michigan team in 20 years. I think 95 Nebraska, 01 Miami, 19 LSU. You got to have 2013 Florida State in there. I agree with that list, but you got to... 2013 Florida State it belongs on the same list as those 3. No, not 2005 Texas, no. 95 Nebraska, 2001 Miami, 2013 Florida State, and 2019 LSU. How much would Notre Dame have to beat Miami by in order to tell me that they're going undefeated? What? Clemson is more loaded than Ohio State last year. Could 95 Nebraska win a natty in 2020? That's a pointless question. That's an unanswerable question. VY and 05 Horns. I don't even know what that means. But no, 2005 Texas is not on my list of best teams ever. Sorry. I've already said my list. 95 Nebraska, 01 Miami, 2013 FSU, and 2019 LSU. Yeah, Voice Young, exactly. Yeah, Vince Young was really good. I mean, so was Tim Tebow. Did we put 2008 Florida on the list? I mean, what are we doing? How about 08 Michigan? What? No. What are you talking about? What is a cameo hype video? I don't know what that is. I said the roster is the most loaded. So in other words, you think 2025 Ohio State is the most disappointing team of all time? Because you're saying they're the most loaded team of all time, yet they somehow lost 2 regular season games? That would make them the most disappointing team of all time if that's true. Yeah. How did 2013 FSU almost lose to a bad Auburn team? They played Auburn in the national title game, you idiot. What? Quincy Carter and the 95 Dogs? What are you doing? Quincy Carter didn't play for Georgia in 1995. Lou, would you ever do a pep talk to the Georgia football team before a game? Why? No, they don't need a pep talk from me. 2014 Oregon, even though they lost the national title, still a really good team. Well, there's a million really good teams. We're talking about best teams of all time, and Oregon's not on that list anywhere. Yeah, nothing about 2020 is on any greatest of all time list. I don't want to hear shit about 2020 when you only played 9 or 10 regular season games. Some conferences played 5 games, no non-con games, attendance limited to 5,000 people in the stands. Nothing about 2020 is on any best ever list. It's the worst ever. (1969) South Carolina Gamecocks. Well, they were the best team in the ACC that year. That's for sure. Oh, boy. All right, we're at 16. Let me see if I can knock these out. Let me see if I can get this down to 0. Oh, boy. All right, we're at 0. No more super chats. Turning the super chats off. Turn the super chats off. Great job, Luke. Keep it up. Start a workout beef sleet. You can type 100 more comments about the 2013 Auburn team. I don't give a fuck. 2013 Florida State is one of the best 3 or 4 teams of my lifetime. 21 of their 22 starters in the national title game got drafted and played in the NFL, started in the NFL. Look at the scores of their games. You can shit on Auburn all you want. That doesn't change how good Florida State was. What will it cost me to sponsor the YouTube Slappy Beef? Huh? Oh, you talking about Brooks Austin? 2013 FSU was mid. Using the word mid tells me everything I need to know. You don't know what anybody that uses the term mid doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. Mid. They beat number 3 Clemson at Clemson 51-14. They beat number 7 Miami 41-14. They beat number 20 Duke 45-7. They beat number 25 Maryland 63-0. They beat Duke a second time in the ACC championship game 45-7, and then they beat the number 2 team in the country in the national title game 34-31. There's nothing mid about this. Look at this. 41-13, 62-7, 54-6, 48-34, 63-0, 51-14, 49-17, 41-14, 59-3, 59-3, 80-14, 37-7, 45-7. Come on, man. Stop embarrassing yourself. And 21 of their 22 starters in the national title game went on to get drafted and start in the NFL. I don't care anything about that Auburn team. Fuck that Auburn team. We're not talking about Auburn. Yeah, the minute he called 2013 Florida State mid, that told us all we needed to know about that guy. He's either trolling or knows absolutely nothing about college football, one of the two. That 2013 Florida State team is one of the most dominant teams in college football history. Playing bad teams doesn't mean you're not good. I don't. Y'all are so retarded. Y'all are so retarded. They're out of. They played bad teams and they're out of conference. They beat Florida 37-7. I mean, they're out of conference. Anybody that doesn't recognize that 2013 Florida State is one of the best teams in the last 30 or 40 years either wasn't alive in 2013, is trolling, or is just completely fucking retarded. There's no other explanations. LS Momo, what's up, buddy? 21-7, the Browns have scored again, so they are up 14 over the Panthers. I need another touchdown in that game, though. I've got over 33 points in the Browns-Panthers game. They're at 28 points right now. Still in the third quarter, it looks like. So plenty of time to score another touchdown. Don't you have to a good team to even make the Natty? Like, what is that guy talking about? He doesn't know what he's talking about. I don't know if maybe he just hates Florida State. I don't know. I don't know who he is, so I don't know who he's a fan of, but maybe he just hates Florida State so much it's blinded him. I don't know. I heard Kirk Herbstreit rigged all the games they won. 2013 Florida State was incredible. I had first-hand experience finding that out. Yeah, they were unbelievable. Subtract Spurrier and Urban Meyer and Dan Mullins. Florida probably has a losing record. Well, I mean, to be fair, if you take away any school's best 2 or 3 coaches, yeah, I mean, like that's not really. They did have Urban Meyer and Steve Spurrier, so saying what if they didn't? That's kind of silly to do. Tommy Frazier, he was Nebraska's quarterback in the mid-90s. Jimbo said they fought at practice and it showed because they beat the shit out of teams. That Florida State team almost lost to Auburn, not that good. There's another dumb comment. Well, what team was good? If 2013 Florida State was not that good, Devin the Great, what team was good? If almost losing the Natty means you're not any good, who was good? Yeah, these people are just retarded. This is what happens when you stream on a Friday night and kids don't have to go to bed early. Brewers tied it up. Okay, good. I need them to take the lead. There must be a really serious injury here in this Falcons-Lions game because they have stopped play for about 10 minutes now. The ambulance is out on the field. I've been busy talking with y'all in the chat, so I didn't see what happened. I don't even know who the player is. But this does not look good at all. This game's been stopped for a while, and they've got an ambulance on the field here. I mean, when I see something like that, I'm guessing it's some kind of a head or a neck thing because that's usually what it is, but I didn't see what happened. But they're pulling a gurney out of the back of the ambulance. And there's so many people around the player, I can't tell who it is. They're going to a commercial break now. Did anybody see what happened? Guy for the Falcons, bad neck injury. Okay. 2019 struggled with Texas and Auburn. Oh, well, they must not have been very good then, according to idiots in my comments section. Yeah, exactly, Richie. If you take away like the 6 best coaches that Ohio State ever had, they're a pretty average program. Yeah. I mean, I don't understand that. Yeah. What team will finish Napier's job this season? What do you mean? A team won't. What do you mean? If Napier gets fired, then some other coach on Florida's team is going to finish the season. Miami put 7 players in the Pro Football Hall of Fame from the early 2000s. Yeah, if you take away Nick Saban and Bear Bryant, Georgia's got more natties than Bama. I mean, I don't understand that. I mean, duh. I mean, we beat 7 top 10 teams in 2019. Alabama had put over 10 players into the Hall of Fame since 2010. Lou, just making sure you didn't turn off super chats. Love the channel. SC fan, but still love intelligent football talk. Have a great weekend. Hey, thanks, Eddie. Appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, hope you have a good weekend too, man. Hope you have a good weekend too. So we're at 5 now. I got to do 5 more something. Got to do 5 more something. Man, I hate to. Did they load? I think they loaded this guy in the back of the ambulance, y'all. They were at the commercial break. Now they're back from the commercial break and they're closing the doors on. I think they loaded this guy in the back of the ambulance right there on the field. Well, that is. I mean, that's everybody's worst nightmare. The whole Lions team is out on the field now. It's got to be hard to go back to playing after something like this too. There's some world-class hospitals in Atlanta. I mean, they'll give him the best care you can get there, whatever the injury is. Was he moving at all after the hit? I completely missed it. Was he moving at all after he got hit? They just drove the ambulance off the field. They're getting ready to start the game back now. There's the ambulance driving off the field. But that was about a 15-minute stoppage in play while they had the medical staff and the ambulance out there looking at him. And now they got him in. They're driving him, I'm assuming, to the hospital now. That's awful. FSU beat 3 top 25 teams. Since when did we start the top 20 now? What? The announcer said they didn't see any movement. He was convulsing? That sounds like a concussion. Convulsing sounds more like a head injury than a neck injury. I guess I could rewind it. I don't know if I want to watch it. I'll rewind it and see if I can see what happened. Was it on the kickoff? Must have been right after the kickoff. Trying to find it. I'm rewinding it and trying to find the play now. Hope it wasn't some kid on the bubble. Well, I mean, it's sad, whoever it was. I'm trying to rewind it, see if I can see what happened. Because I missed it talking with y'all in the chat. FSU starters played half the games. They didn't choose who they were playing. They just beat the... Yeah, you're wasting your time arguing with those people in the con. They're either... They're completely football ignorant or they're just trolling. Either way, it's a waste of time to argue with them. 2013, Florida State is obviously one of the best teams of the last 30 years. 21 of the 22 starters got drafted and started in the NFL for significant periods of time. I mean, these people are just retarded. Well, there's a lot of commercials in this damn preseason game. I'm finding that out quick. All right, here's the play. Right here. So let's see if I can tell what happened. All right, the plays. I rewinded. The play's coming up now, so let's see what happens here. Still 21-7, the Browns up over the Panthers. I need another touchdown in that game. Oh, yeah, oh. Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't need to see any more of that. Yeah, that wasn't good. No, I'm good. Yeah, that wasn't good. I don't even want to describe it. Yeah, what King family said. Last year's Ohio State had one of the best postseasons in recent memory is a fair argument, but best roster, absolutely not. Well, that was the only postseason we've ever had where you had to win that many games. So whoever won the national title last season was going to have one of the best postseasons of all time because no one's ever won 3 postseason games before. And Ohio State won 4, didn't they? They have done before. I wouldn't be surprised if they call it a game. It's preseason and it don't matter. Yeah, they're not even running plays. So are the players just going to stand on the field and let all the time tick off the clock? Are the players refusing to play? It looks like the players are just refusing to play. I mean, it's second. Well, no, they must be playing because it's 2nd and 2. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't watch. I don't have the volume on, so I don't know what they're saying on the broadcast either. But the clock is running, but nothing's happening. Yeah, the players are just standing around. The clock is running. Is there no play clock? Is there no play clock? Because it would have been a delay of game by now. If y'all aren't watching this, it's really weird. The Falcons offense is on the field. The Detroit defense is on the field. But they're all just standing around talking to each other. And the clock is ticking down. 9:42, 9:41, 9:40. I guess there's just... How did they get rid of the play clock? Because there would have been a delay of game by now. This is odd. I've never seen it. I've never seen this before. Well, if there was a play clock issue, the referees would be keeping the play clock time on the field. But I've sat here and watched 2 minutes tick off the clock with no plays ran and no delay of game. So there must... I don't know what they're doing. It's not that the play clock's not working, because the referees would keep the time on the field if that was the case, and they would have called a delay of game a long time ago. No, they haven't snapped the ball in over... It's been 2nd and 2 for 2 minutes of game time. Yeah, the play clock is running, but not the... the game clock is running, but there's no play clock. I don't... Why is the NFL making them... If they've agreed they're not going to play, why is the NFL even making them stay out on the field? Just call the game. I don't understand this. Just call it a game. The Falcons snapped the ball and all players will continue to stand there running what will be the longest play in history. Oh, I see what you're saying now. They never got tackled. They snapped the ball. That's okay. I see what's going on. For those of you that aren't watching, the Falcons snapped the ball and no one ever tackled anybody. They just set the ball down on the ground. The Lions aren't picking it up and the Falcons aren't picking it up. So the teams are just standing around. Yeah, this is the longest play in NFL history. Yeah, that's what's happening here. There's actually a play going on. It's just that no one's doing anything. Yeah, this is weird. The coaches are talking to the referees over on the sideline now. I'm assuming that they're going to get word from the NFL office to just call the game. This is I've never seen anything like this though. This is strange. They snapped the ball, no one tackled the guy, and they're just standing around So yeah, it's what the guy said in the chat. It's just the longest play in NFL history now. Yeah. Play has been suspended. Yep. They're going to call it a game now. All right. Yeah, they're just going to call the game now. That's that. Browns kicked the field goal, 24-7 now. 24-7. Browns up over the Panthers. That's 31 points. I need over 33. I need over 33. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. That's a terrible way to end. That's everybody's worst nightmare when it comes to football. Is having something like that happen. It's just absolutely terrible. Let's hope he's okay. Let's hope he's okay, and let's hope we don't see anything else like that this season. That was horrible. That was horrible. All right, I don't even know. I hate ending this way, but I'm just gonna get out of here for today. Appreciate y'all hanging out though, and we will do it again.